Have you ever felt like you're behind in life? Maybe you're scrolling Instagram and you see your friends from college or high school or just other people doing these amazing things and killing it in life, and you're still a little lost. Hello and welcome to We Wear Wellness, where we talk about mindset, spirituality, mental health, and productivity, everything to help you become a better version of yourself. And today we are going to be talking about how to feel like you're not behind in life. So a very common theme I have seen in a lot of people, and not many people actually talk about it, is almost all of us feel like we're not good enough in whatever way that might be. And we feel like we're behind in life. Some people think they're behind in their careers. Others think maybe they're behind because they don't have a family. Someone else maybe thinks they're behind because they haven't started a business of their own, or they haven't reached a certain level of success, or income or savings, or whatever it might be, whether it's like how big your house is, how many cars you have, if you have kids, if you're married, if you've done masters, if you've done post graduation, whatever it is. We're always comparing ourselves to each other with these metrics. And I'm realizing more and more that because we're comparing ourselves to others, we don't really talk about it, but almost everyone feels this way. They feel like they're behind because they're comparing themselves to someone else who has more or is further along in a certain degree, in a certain aspect. So if that's you, drop a yes in the comments. I want to know, but I want to talk about why you don't need to feel behind. The first reason is because how much time you have left in life is really not clear to anyone. No one knows that, right? You might have one day left, you might have 50 years left. So when you're comparing yourself to Sally out there, who at the age of 21 has graduated from Harvard and she's doing great, and you're still 35 and you still haven't graduated from college, you never know how much time she has left in her life. It might seem like she's way ahead of you in the game, in the career ladder, but maybe, unfortunately, she only has 3 more years left. But you, on the other hand, have 50 years left. In those 50 years, maybe everything changes for you. Maybe everything changes in 5 years. You never know, right? Maybe you become way more successful in a very different way. You get to meet Bill Gates and you become the world's richest person by 40. So are you truly behind her? No, you're just on a different path, right? So this idea of time and how far behind we are compared to other people according to our age really doesn't matter, because we don't know how much time we have. So let that sit with you. I know that might be a little dark way to start it, but it's true, right? We don't know how much time we have. And going off of that is, rather than spending time worrying about how behind we are, use the time you have, to live your life to the fullest. And that doesn't mean going out, living your dreams and going on adventures. I mean, that would be great. But if you can't do that, which I realize a lot of people, can't, and then they feel like restricted and angry and frustrated, that's not what I'm saying. But enjoy the present moment, even if you're stuck at home, maybe, you have responsibilities. Find pockets of time where you just light yourself up. Do something that you love. Drink coffee with yourself. Hug yourself. I love hugging myself. Feels so good. Talk to a friend. Do whatever small thing that you can do to enjoy your time right now. You don't have to do something crazy and big to enjoy your moments and your days. Now, the second thing is that time is not linear. Or at least progress is not linear. Now, let's say 2 people at 20. One person might have a great job. They're going for, masters, and they're like going to steadily climb the corporate ladder. And you're just like, wow, they're amazing. They have it all figured out. And by 30, they're going to have $100,000 saved in it. They have all this. And it's like, you can see their progress, and it's like very linear. Great, cool. So maybe you don't know what you want to do with your life, and you're just kind of confused. The thing is that you have no idea what opportunity might present to you, a week from today. You might decide to post a random painting on Instagram and get a commission for $100. You might get anything. You have no idea. And from that one painting, you might get 5 more paintings for $1,000 each. And from that, you might get like your own spot in a gallery. I don't know how artists careers work, but you get my point, right? You don't know what amazing opportunities might pop out from nowhere. Or you might go on YouTube and, become a millionaire just by posting videos about things you love every day. And so you have an exponential growth in success and money as well. And the other person who was very linear in their growth will hit their goals at 30. But you, who were so lost, you had nothing, maybe you were broke, maybe you were in debt at 20, suddenly by 30 you're a multi-millionaire, travel the world for shows, blah, blah, blah. So you can't compare your success to someone else's. Everyone has their own path. It's not linear. It's not like, oh, just because by 25 I'm not doing XYZ means that someone who is 23 is ahead of you. No, you never know what's going to happen. So the point is, stop comparing, because you don't know what goodness is going to come out of being on a different path, because it's unpredictable. Anything can happen. So follow your heart, follow down the path that calls out to you without comparing with vanity metrics like money or, success or popularity or age, big one. And just go for it. Go for what your heart wants. And who knows, you might be a millionaire by 30, because you're just following your heart and doing something random and crazy. But the person who you were comparing your life with is a six-figure earner, which is great, also great, but it's just a different path. The other thing that I want to share is that I've talked about why you don't need to feel behind, but let's say you do. What do you do then? Well, I want you to ask why you're feeling behind. Where is this feeling coming from? Is it coming from social media? Like, are you comparing yourself to people? Maybe your high school friends, your college friends, or just people who are your age or younger to you, and you're like, oh, well, they have this, and then you feel bad about yourself. If that is the case, then the easiest thing to do is to get off social media or mute those accounts or unfollow them. If they're strangers, unfollow them. If they're friends and you don't want to unfollow them, mute them. Stop bombarding yourself with that content that is causing you to feel bad. This has happened to clients of mine as well before. It's been really hard for them to mute or unfollow people on social media because they constantly kept comparing themselves. But by the end of our work together, they were feeling so much better and so much more confident about their own path that at that point they stopped comparing themselves and they followed their friends back and unmuted their accounts, and they could have conversations with their accounts without feeling like a failure. They were pumped up about their own path in life, and they saw the other path that looked really shiny, but they also realized that they had flaws as well, right? And so remember that you can always go back to following your friends or whoever, but first take the time to heal. First take that time to build that self-confidence and that inner self-worth that you are worthy and you're not behind, that you're on your own path. And once you're super confident and super sure about that, like I'm on my own path, then you can start going back and, following people, interacting with people in different paths of life, because that won't trigger you. You won't feel bad about that anymore. And if it's something like society, your parents or your neighbors, or just the idea, well, question that belief, that what is being behind? Why are you feeling behind? What is behind? What is a certain path? Question, is that the only path there is? Maybe look at other people, examples of other people who have had similar paths as yours, where maybe if you're 35 and you feel lost, Google people, successful people who felt lost at 35 and killed it afterwards, like so many examples like J.K. Rowling or Thomas Edison, or the guy who made KFC, I never remember his name, Colonel Sanders, I think. But anyways, all these people, just take a look at them. Find inspirational of late bloomers, if you want to call them, or whatever, to realize, to remind yourself that you have your own path and that's okay, and you can kill it. You just need to stay confident. So if you're feeling behind in your life, and if you want to build that self-confidence and that self-worth, I have a course on self-worth and self-love, so that you feel amazing no matter what's going on in your physical reality, how far you are in your career or your job, or even in your relationships. So I'm gonna link that in the description below. Self-love course, it's a mini course, it's super affordable, only $33 on Etsy. But if you want to go even deeper and just deal with the actual practical steps and things in your life and get more confidence, be more productive, while being less anxious and stressed, without comparing yourself to other people, without feeling behind, without feeling blah, but killing it on your goals, getting clarity on those goals, then I highly recommend you just or maybe just explore the Burntout to Badass course. I have a course which is a 12-week course, and in this beautiful self-paced digital course, we go through everything. We go through mindfulness to heal your anxiety, to get you more present. We go through self-love, self-worth to help you be more confident, and to love yourself truly no matter what. We go through some productivity techniques that are based on your mindset, not just on your time management, and the biggest thing is, of course, we work through your mindset. And if you want one-on-one mentorship from me as well, you get that option. So I have an application link in the description below as well for Burnt Out to Badass. And I just want to share lots of love to you, because I know the feeling of feeling behind. You might not know this, but I was an overachiever in school and college. I was killing it with grades, but then after I got depressed and anxious, I was clinically diagnosed with both of them. My life really took a turn, and I didn't want to follow the typical societal path, and it was really difficult for me. I felt behind a lot of times, and even now, my friends from school and college, like, they have completely different lives from mine, but they're on their own path, and a lot of times I can get sucked up in comparing myself to them, but that doesn't help anyone. That doesn't help them, nor does it help me, for sure. And it doesn't help you, because then I would be doing that stuff and not showing up over here, sharing, all these thoughts and my love and all of this. So I hope you feel truly supported and loved. Know that you are on the right path. And if you need help figuring out, maybe if you have any doubts, like if you're on your right path or not, if you need some clarity with all the confusion in your mind, then, of course, message me, find me on Instagram, message me. The link is also in the description. It's just We Wear Wellness. And yeah, I love you all so much, and do hit the subscribe button so that you get more videos like this. Every time that I post a video, you get it on your home feed and you don't miss it, so that you can constantly, stay inspired, stay in this energy of confidence, love, and clarity, and magic. Of course, I hope a lot of magic comes from me to you through this channel. So yeah, I love you so much. Take care, and I will see you soon.